Hey guys, this is Jay or Adler here. I want to make a quick video show you how to do actions and batching in Photoshop, which basically if you're going to be repeating the same steps, applying the same layer styles to an image, it's something that will save you tons of time and hopefully a lot of headache. So let's get started here. Alright, got Photoshop open, and what I'm going to do, I made a color keyboard, and it's an orange keyboard, and I got some pop-ups I want to add to it, and I'm taking some that are pre-existing and applying this layer styles over those to match the keyboard theme. And since I don't want to sit there and do them all one at a time, and since I'm using a pre-existing style, it's not too big a deal, but if I'm adding my own styles to it, it could get kind of tedious, especially for something like UI images. Here we go. Now to start out, we need to open up the action menu, which a couple ways to get to it. You can go to Window and then scroll down to, where's it at? Actions, right there at the top, A. Or the way I prefer to do everything is keyboard shortcuts, Alt and the F9 key. There's a couple of them in there. By default, you get your default Photoshop actions, which it shows you all the different steps for making each one of these happen. I'm going to create a new one just to help keep everything organized. Make a new folder. Let's call it Orange. And then we're going to go ahead and start a new action under it with a little new action icon next to the folder icon. And we're going to call it Orange Style. Now, the first thing we need to do is drag in the first image we want to use, which it's got an embedded color profile we can't use, no big deal. We're going to continue. Now usually a lot of times when it happens, for some reason Photoshop likes to kick it over to grayscale, so we'll need to change that back to color, go up to image mode, and yep, sure enough it's on grayscale. Go down to RGB color, and you can see it actually recorded that step as well, which convert mode. Since all these are going to be the same, we'll probably need to have that in there anyways. Now, the good thing about recording, as you can see, it is, the little red dot is recording. It doesn't record time, it only records your steps that you take. So, sitting here for 5-10 minutes, whatever, and not moving, it's not going to keep that time. So, it only records these steps. Now, if you ever need to pause it and check with something, do something else, you can click the stop. It doesn't end your recording, it basically just pauses it. And you can go in, make changes, do whatever you need to if you don't want it to be part of the action. And then when you're ready, go ahead and click the record button again, and it takes off right where you stopped. Okay, now basically I've got a preset style I'm going to be adding to it, this little orange one right here. But to show you how some of these actions record, I'm going to add a little bit of my own styles to it. Maybe like a glass look on top. Let's see. And we'll go ahead and make a new layer, or copy the layer. So I'm going to drag it down to the little copy icon. Another layer, and you see it duplicated the layer. Okay, now this one I'm going to set up a little glass look, and you can sit there and click on anything and you can see the changes over here, but it's not recording those actions, and it won't until you click the OK button, and it'll save everything you've done. Now, see, real quick, just to get the little glass looks, give it a bevel, make it kind of deep, and we'll soften it up some for a little soft. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, click OK, and you'll see it'll add the style. Okay, now I also want to get, so it'll be clear, so we can actually see it's a glass look. I need to take the fill, not the opacity, but the fill all the way down to 0. That way it keeps the effect in there as well. Opacity would actually make the effect invisible. So, okay, and it's set everything like we need. Now just to show you what it looks like, we'll stop recording, click off our main layer. You can see it's got a little bit of the glass tint, so that's exactly what I was looking for. Alright, we'll turn that back on and pick up where we left off. Alright, click record. Now we need to select the main layer we want to change, and then I'm just going to click the style button. It adds all the styles, and there we go. And once again, stop. Here's what it looks like without the glass look. That's adding a little bit of glass to it. I'll probably actually take that off in the final, but for now, we'll see how it looks. Alright, we got everything applied the orange style there. Okay, let's start recording, and that's all I want to do to it, so I'm going to go ahead and save it. Save as a PNG image. Now I don't want to save it over top of these. I'm going to make a new folder, which I already have made, called Finish. My bad, I can't spell. It's called Finch. So we'll save it in our Finch folder. Click OK, and there we go, and even saves the save command in the action. Now that's all we're going to do. We're going to be done. Oh, you know what? Over here on the open, since I drug that one in, it's going to try to drag the same image in over and over, so I need to get rid of that. And if you have a step in here you don't want, you can actually just click it, hold it, drag it straight down to the little trash can icon. It'll remove just that one. So we should be good to go. Our action is done, so we can go ahead and stop this real quick just to show you what it does. I'll drag in a random image. Yes. Alright, we know that's got the bad color. Now go up to the very beginning of it, click on the orange style, click play. You'll see it'll run through, and boom, it's done. That's actions, and it will save you a lot of time just that way. Let's go ahead and close that out, not save it. Now set up the batching, so it'll take all these, do them automatically, and then dump them into our finish folder or finish folder. Alright, set up the batching. Go to File, down to Automate, Batch, and we get some options here. Now since I just recorded this, it should be popping up as the place that you want to use for the action, which I'm doing it in the orange, and I'm doing the orange style. If you had different actions in there in that folder, you could choose whichever one you want. Source, make sure it's on folder. Sometimes it may not be, and you have to choose. Have to go down through, find out where your folder is. I already have it chosen, tested this out a few minutes ago. Now we also want to, since we have that color warning pop up at the very beginning on these images, I need to check these suppress color profile warnings, otherwise it'll stop the action in the batch every time that pops up. And then any open dialogues, I don't want those to show up either. It'll stop it, so I'm going to click those. Now down here, the destination, same thing. You can save and close, which it'll save it where it's at, and close out the image in Photoshop, and it'll generally save it as a copy, and I don't want to deal with that, and I don't want to overwrite these, so I'm going to choose folder and then choose command and pick my finish folder, click OK. Now since I actually have it saving as part of the action, not from the batch, I want to go ahead and click this override action, the save as, which you get a pop-up whenever you click on it. With this, when its option is on, files will be saved to the destination folder only by save as step in the action, which is exactly what we want. That's what I've done, and that should be good. We should be ready to go, and click the OK button to start. And as you can see, it's going to run through, apply everything. Here's the first image, goes through the next one, and they're going to start popping up in the finish folder. Got it open right here, and you can see, boom, it's just going to go through and do each of them. And I'm not touching the keys, it's doing everything on its own. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your actionating.